Hello there everybody and welcome back. Okay, I've made some changes since the last episode with regards to my ingot factory here. First of all, we'll come all the way over here and show this one. This is actually now making charcoal. So we have tons and tons of charcoal because we're going to need something to burn in blaze burners. So what I've done, simple little thing really, we had tons, we still have tons of wood in that one, and look at that oak, dark oak there, it's over 60,000, so we're using them to come out, get sent over to here. They are then being put through here, turned into charcoal, which is then going to here, and I'm now using obviously the frog ports and stuff because it actually makes it simpler for making an actual industrial area rather than trying to run cables and stuff everywhere or even belts. Don't worry about these things, they are just there as stopgaps at the moment, just temporary when I was sorting this out. So just realize anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna build these up, and the same over here. But over here, what we've done is, again, we've just shrunk this down immensely. We have just one blaster here, because that's actually good enough to keep it all going. And we have all of the sort of extra bits and nuggets stuff going in there. And then we have the ingots going into here. And this is attached to this frog, who is just sending stuff to ingots. And we've got extra here, who is sending stuff over to the extra side. On the extra side here is where we've got the charcoal and all of the stuff that is coming from the sieving there. Any more extras and things that we're going to need, we'll put in here as well. And as you can see, we've already got over 11,000 charcoal just by building this up. And in here is where all the ingots are going. Now, I did actually have this done. I'd actually rebuilt, or I'd built up everything here to make rose gold. And it all worked, and it all worked really well, and it was all perfectly fine, apart from the fact that it made any future building up or sort of automation really difficult because of the way that I'd set it up. And it was also quite big. I mean, I think it ended up coming out to here somewhere. So that's why I've just dismantled everything again, and I am now going to redo it, using the frog ports and everything, because that is so much easier. So first of all, I need to sort out the wrought iron and pig iron again, which I will do right now, and then I'll come back and we will do the rose gold, and I'll show you what I've done there, or what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so simple, easily done. Shrunk this down as well, only need to be this big. So what we've got here is an ingot smelter. And that's really only going to be doing for the wrought iron and the pig iron. So that will come into here, get smelted down. I've got a filter on there which will be for raw iron, pig iron, and sent out. What I've also got on the side here, and I've got them on all of my send units, that one as well, yep, and one on the extras, is basically every minute it actually sends. And now I've taken this from a video I saw Foxy No-Tail do, where it's basically you just connect this up once, put the address onto that, and then all you have to do is put the redstone link on all of them with the correct combination, and it works. And it just saves a lot of hassle about having to try to make loads of links and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, I think it works, and it works well. All I need to do now is just set these. So this one here is the wrought iron, and this one here is the pig iron. There. And this one here is iron. And that is there. And right. So let us look at these in stacks. That's how I want to do them. Okay, so there's a lot of stacks there. So I need this to be set this limit at 5 stacks. I'll set this one at 5 stacks. And this one is whatever, because it just needs to keep going. So this one is add the connection, which is that. And so you should be that to from ingot smelter. Yep. And then you add that to that. And then you are done also via ingot smelter. There we go. Simple as. And actually, what we're going to do is a stack at a time. Because I really don't want just one going across all of the time. That's just silly. There we go. Excellent. So that is that bit done. Okay. But that is so much more simpler than the way I did it before. The next one was the rose gold, which is, again, reasonably simple. So we can... is that coming this way? Yes, I think it is. So we'll just put this here, like so. Yep, that's going that way. That's good. And then you to do like that. So deployer onto there. Excellent. Put her at the top. Here we'll put smart shoot. Not sure if that will actually work, you know. Let's go. What should we call this? Rose gold copper. Bump, bump. There. Give. Boom. That on there. That on there. And you go to ingots. Like so. With you. So now what I need is another chest here, packager here, if a frog, we'll take it from this side, there, and put that one there. And you are rose gold gold. Okay. So my only question is going to be whether that will feed in from the side or not. So what we want now then is these. So we'll go... We want this to be rose gold. And this also needs to be 5 stacks. So if we go there and there, because I am going to need both of them anyway. So this is and we've got gold. Is it 2 for 1? Or is it, sorry, 1 for 2? It's 1 for 1. Okay. So one of them, 4. I put that on there and put that as copper, and then I want 1 stack in there. Missing Aha. Rose gold, copper. Okay, so you send it again, coming out. And that's one stack. Excellent. All I need to do is send copper. Okay, that's good. The gold basically gets sent to here, and then it will go through. Excellent, good, grand job. So that is the rose gold, which I do actually have a fair amount of. So I can put this away as well. So if we have a look around here, we can see we've got zinc, iron, copper, pig iron, gold ingots. Gold is the lowest one, really. Rose gold. And then over here we've got a load of this going. Charcoal is really rising up there. So now we get into the nitty of it. Yeah, I got, oops. That. Let's try to tidy that up a little bit. Ooh. And there we go. Okay, so now what we got to do is mix some stuff. So we need blaze burners. Where are my blaze? There we are, blaze burners. We've got that. So put that onto there. Blaze burner. And mixer. Then what we need is get a feed from there to there, there to there, that there. There? I don't think that that's going to work. Oh, it is going to work. That's fine. No, it's not going to work because of that. Okay, fine. Okay, so just there. That's coming out. That's going in. That's coming out. Excellent. And I need it to make brass. Forget this. Go there. There. Go up like that. And cogs. Okay. So all I need to do now, well, I need to do two things. First of all, well, more than two actually. First of all, I need to set this there, and frogs there, there, and this is just basically brass. Close that. And then same here. Go whoop there. Take that back one. That and place that there. At least that gives it some form of look. There, here, and boom. Ingots. Okay, so we've got the brass bit all set up. The brass brass, that's going to obviously be copper and gold. It comes in, gets mixed. I think it's copper and gold, isn't it? Probably not actually. No, zinc and copper. Okay, zinc and copper. Okay, so yeah, copper and brass thing in there, makes brass, comes across, goes out, plump as always. Now all I need to do is to get some charcoal over here. So if we put a depot here, plop, and then put a there, and then I need, doesn't really matter I don't think, how much charcoal comes out of here. Because if this fills up, it fills up, and that's not an issue. Okay, so we'll put that onto there, round, and then here we will open out that there. It frog can go there, put frog on there, and call frog charcoal. Bloop. And then do that. And what I need to do is, if I put, say, that, that's a bit too close. I don't like it being close. Put that there, and then go from there to there. There we go. Plump. Then if I move, nope, there. There. And then run that to there. There we go. Let's put that onto there. Get my charcoal out, put that into there. Oh, was that the right one though? I don't think that is that. I want 9 stacks in there. An address, that is charcoal. Go! So that should send charcoal out of the extras over to here. He'll then pick it up, drop it in, and then they'll start doing that. And there. You should have just picked up 1 stack. There we go. Excellent. That's good. That is good. That's what we want. Now, what we want over here is that to go there. And this one's pretty simple, I think. So we'll go brass. We want normal brass, which is that one there. Brass. Bump there. And we also do need zinc. So let's take that one. And let's put zinc here. Actually, remove brass and put brass there. There we go. Brass. Zinc. Zinc. And then just have that inactive at the moment. Brass is... let's put zinc in there as well. And turn you that one, thank you. Okay. So brass is that, and add that, and this is 2, isn't it? So if I do 32 and 32 is 1 stack. There we go. And this goes to, and I haven't got a thing there. Add brass, put that onto there. This, oops, that should now say brass, excellent, Q. And I want this to be quite a few stacks, I reckon, so let's go 10 stacks. So that should have taken a stack out. That should come over to brass. There we go. Gone through, mix them both. And there we go. Excellent. So that's working. But that is brass done. That's going to be 10 stacks. Lovely jubbly. So let's do cast iron now, shall we? Boom, because that's also heated, and all it is iron going into there. So what I can do is I can make that go along here, I think. Right. Go there. Ba-dum-bum. Are we coming back again, maybe? Maybe it's that one. Yeah. So what we want here then is chest. Nope, that there. That. To there. Then I need a blaze burner there. And I want that one to there. Excellent, just like that. Then I need a basin. Then I also need a press. Do I? Yes, I do. I have a press. Excellent. And the press can go onto there, just like that. And now, again, take that one back. One. Then we that there. That on the top. That there. With that there. And then question here is going to be let's take it. Nope. From that. Come on. I'm going to call him Heated Press. That gives me options for the future. Then there. Ingots. And once again, that with that, that and that, and turn that to that. There we go. Okay. Then what I can do is I take you and go select from there and place in there and in there. And this can be round robin, fourth round robin, fourth round robin maybe, I don't know. Or round robin. Whichever one works. We'll set it with round robin to start with. And then I just need this onto here. And then I need to power it all. So let's bring that down here. there, there, there. Same as up there, build that up there, and then that goes there. Tidy this bit up. And look, this is what I was how can I solve that issue? That might not be an issue. That depends actually. How close is it? Okay. It might just be an issue. Obviously, at the beginning, if it becomes a big issue, I will check it out and sort that out. Okay, so this here. Right. What is this going to do, though? Okay, let's just start by trying this out. So, over here. Hello. I only have that on the... Oh, that's fine, that's not a problem, that's on there. So that's just offers that. This here. And I need to take that. That. There. Click on this. This is cast iron pump. And this is heated press. Back. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. And then I need to say this should be 5 stacks, maybe? Let's just make sure that that is actually what happens here. Oh, hang on. This needs iron, doesn't it? There. Oh, whoops. Really? I don't want one at a time. I don't want it one at a time. No. Oh. There we go. Feel I may have messed that up. There. Yes, it's sending out. I thought that's probably what it would do. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Problem being now, that's not what I wanted. I mean, okay, let's get a filter. Stay in there for now. And that one. Okay, yeah. And this is... oh, I need a bigger board. Definitely need a bigger board there. Okay, so ingots are getting there. Doing well. You're working. You're at 10. You're at 15. That doesn't matter. You're at 13. Okay. Yep. Lovely, jubbly. Now we have brass. Nope, we have cast iron now as well. Let's see. I think nope, can't do that one. Okay, so now we're going to start to need some extra equipment, I think, to do more. Let's see. You're a blast, you need that, and that is copper and nickel. Nickel is done via... Raw nickel? Can I get that from anywhere in particular? Okay, that's a laser. So I'm going to need to set up a laser thing soon as well. This one was silver, which I need to work out how to do silver as well. Silver can be made with... Nope. With electrum. And electrum, which is this one, can be made with silver and gold. Lovely. Or a chicken. Okay, so we've got refined. Right, the shulker box one. We can do the shulker box one. That doesn't seem right. Why not? Okay, there it is. Lead. I need lead. And to get lead, I need... Oh, how can I make dirty lead? Lead clump. Lead shard. Okay. Right, so now we're getting into the more complicated ones. Infused. So, yeah, this... Let's go with these. This is just crushed copper, crushed zinc, and crushed soul sand. So, let us figure them ones out. But we've made a good start there. We've got... some of these are all working well. It looks like our next route that we're going to have to take is going to be a more complex route as we start mixing and matching things. I will actually just go through, to be 100% certain, I'm going to go through my list again and just make sure there's no other reasonably simple ones to do, and then we'll work it out from there. So I'm just going to go through it, and then I'll be back with you in a bit, just as I try and figure out what is needed and what isn't needed. So let's just throw all this stuff in here. It's done, and that will also help if I stay over here in AFK. That will help grow everything up again as well. I might even go and get some more of the... I think that's probably going to be needed. Look at all that charcoal. That's a lot of charcoal. A lot of charcoal. Alright, I'm just going to investigate more of what it is that we may need, and then I'll be back with you. Alright then, so welcome back. Now, I have gone through my list, and it does seem like I am going to have to build a lot more stuff to finish off all of the ingots. So, what I've done in the meantime while I was doing that is I've extended the length of my lists up here so that when I get extra stuff that go in, I won't have to extend it again for a little bit. So that's going all into there. I've put a smart chute here to spit out a load of the charcoal that I'm not going to need. But if we look through this list here, this is going to tell us what we actually need. So we need to have some soul sand. We also need to make the laser drill. We need a dissolution chamber. We need lots of sort of dust, shulker shells. We need nickel and iron, and that actually comes from a pulverizer. We need more laser drills, refined obsidian, all comes from mechanism. We need silver dust and silver, so we need to sort that out. We need to sort out nickel. And again, going back, nickel comes from the pulverizer. And then there's electrum, which is silver, which I think is from a laser drill. Bronze, tin. We need to have blaze powder over here. And what else was it? We need nether quartz over here. We need ether or ether. And that again comes from an advanced composter. So I need to make an advanced composter, which is actually going to be handy because that means I can use some of the saplings over there for that. And the advanced composter will give us the knitter that we need, or knitter, or whatever it is. What else was it? And for platinum and netherite, I need to get into chickens, which is one thing I have never done. And to get into chickens and do netherite and platinum does seem like it's going to be a big thing. So yeah. There's still lots to do. I think I'm going to possibly start with the laser drills so I can get a lot of this stuff start coming up. I might even be able to bring up a lot of the other things rather than use, like, maybe lead and stuff might come up that way. So we'll have to have a look, but laser drills will be the next one. So that will be a plate of its own, which will be over here. But before all of that, because now getting into things like mechanisms and into the thermal series and everything like that, we are going to need FE. Obviously at the moment we're just using SU, so what I'm going to need to do is look into making a FE power station over here as well. So I think that's going to be my next quest. That's my next quest, is to sort out a power station. Now, I know Create does it, and in fact, I think there is some in the Create thing here. Yep, here we go. Generator to make rotational power, or rotational power generator, strong magnets, and I think this creates FE carbon brushes. Ring of magnets, gearbox, carbon brushes. You can extract any power from the coils, put it into pipes or flux plugs. So yes, I believe that if I use the Create mod, I can make FE. Now, there are smaller generators. If we go to, I think it's just called motors, to be fair. Yeah, we've got motors like this, electric motor, which we can use, but that's just, to do that, we're just going to need lots and lots and lots of different ones. So it's better to make an actual power station. So that is the next task, power station for FE power over here, and then we can get on to looking at mechanism and all the other stuff, so we can carry on with getting all of the ingots. But so far, this is what we've got, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. We have a plan for the next one. Let's hope I can stick to it. So, in the meantime, I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Very well.